The fashion industry is so damaging. 60% of all of the materials that go into making our garments after 1 year are already in the landfill or incinerated. We overproduce. We make way more garments than anybody ever buys or wears. In our research group, we developed zero waste design methods to eliminate waste in the production of garments. So the way that we produce garments at the moment, we distribute all the actions that are required to make the garments we wear every day all across the world. And there's a lot of waste in terms of transportation emissions, but also because we have to predict what the next part of that supply chain is going to need. 3D weaving enables us to consolidate a number of these processes into a single step. You can actually take that sheet of fabric and split it as it's woven into 2 layers or 3 layers or 4 layers and then join them wherever you like within the design. Sort of like additive manufacturing but for garments. I found an example of a bag that had been 3D woven and it was by Maluba Winden. And so I reached out and we've been working together ever since.
I am looking at how we can use existing machines that are already in use in the textile industry in a new way. For example, jacquard looms can lift every thread individually on the loom, so that creates a lot of design possibilities. What we do is actually weave in multiple layers at the same time on the loom. We can actually separate these different layers and it can fold out into a complete garment.
Another problem with the fashion industry is that when we buy garments from the online store, they don't fit us. And so we buy 2 or 3 of different sizes and then return the ones that don't fit. Most of these garments don't get sold again because it's too costly to process them. What I try to do with this research, I integrate shape change materials into 3D woven products. So by tuning the exact placement of these heat shrinking yarns, we can engineer where we want it to change so that when you order a garment, it arrives in your home and you can shrink it to fit your body and it fits you perfectly. When I first started learning about the fashion industry in my early 20s, I was horrified. What could I do to really change how this industry works? Giving yourself a decisive constraint that actually matters and you work within those boundaries because you actually care about what this industry is doing. That's what is so fun and important about this kind of work. With any new technology, there's always a risk that it can be utilised in a way that just makes the problem worse. And this is really important to consider as designers and as engineers. So working with factories in these countries that are currently producing all of our garments, it helps to make these connections and ensure that it's not just knowledge that we keep for us, that it's something that is relevant for the industry.